P snaps on me. She was like, just stop. She just like yells at me.
Hey girl, hey, welcome back to Just a Girl Talk. My name is Janine. If you are new here, if you're new, of course, be sure to subscribe so you never miss an episode. So y'all, do y'all know who Princella the Queenmaker is? I'm sure y'all do. I'm sure, who doesn't, right? Who doesn't? I am fairly new to her over the last few months just from being in the TikTok world, but she's just another man hater. I hate men. We don't need men. And she's someone, to me, when I heard people talk about her, I heard women praising her and, you know, kind of worshiping her. She's like a toxic to the black community, to black women, in my opinion. Because I think a woman who sits and dedicates her whole content around not needing men and trying to make women feel like all we need is each other, and just, I feel like it's just too much man hate. It doesn't give real. It gives fake to me. So I've always been telling the women that I speak to, and why I talk about something I talk about is because you want to be very mindful of who you listen to. These women be bitter, very hurt, and full of it. They lie. They lie. So the number one comment I think I get on my post is, mind your business. Why can't you let women do what they want to do? Why are you always in somebody's business? And Princella the Queenmaker, her content is why I will not mind my business, because I want women to understand how much we are being negatively influenced by women who don't really care about us. How our young girls are being influenced by those same women who don't really care about them, right? Leading them down this path of destruction, of this, do whatever you want to do, you could live your life however you want to live, you know. It's just not healthy. It's not healthy. So B Teller, who I'm also very new to, her and Priscilla were in a relationship, and she shared this very detailed live stream yesterday talking about just the history of their relationship. And I'm gonna share a few clips in this video that I think are important to discuss, not solely talking about their relationship, but just the effect and how fooled and fake these women are, to be quite honest. And for me, that is scary because I can detect that as an adult. Many women can't, and also many children, young girls who are growing up watching this sprinkle, you know, all that sugar baby, you don't need a man type of energy, right? So everyone doesn't have that discernment. So for me, seeing that live stream and hearing that, it's like, whoa. Women worship her. Women have been in my comments, you know, quoting her and saying things, and I'm just like, who are these people? Like, what do they have? Do they have a man? Like, what is their life really like? But you don't know, because when you're in such a low place, what will women do? They were trauma bond like there's nobody's business. So before we get all the way in the video, I'm going to share something that I think is very pivotal for us to start with, so that way you guys can just hear out of B Teller's mouth something that really stuck out to me that we got to start it off with. So watch this clip and let's talk about it.
This doesn't bring me joy talking about this, but I feel like collectively women need to know that she is hurt. She do need a lot of work and help. She has anger issues. She doesn't really like women. My first experience with P's anger, we were in a car on the way to go eat, and the music was playing. She was on her phone playing something, and the seatbelt thing was going off. And I was like, oh my gosh. I'm looking at something. I'm just saying, oh my gosh. This sounds like normal sounds for me. And out of nowhere, and I'm like, what the hell? Like, and she just like yelling, like, and I was like, I didn't know how to react to that because I didn't see that side of her where she just yelled at me like to the top of her lungs about like, God damn, like, oh, turn it off, shit. And I'm like, okay. So she's like, put your seatbelt on, put your seatbelt on. So I put my seatbelt on because I'm like, okay, I'm in the car with her on the passenger side. I get real silent and I just sit there like, I don't know what the fuck just happened. She see him.
So y'all heard it, right? She said Princella, the Queenmaker, does not even like women. She does not care about women. She does not care. So just reflect on that. A woman who's sitting around telling women how they need to do this and how they can have this and how they don't need men and selling basically selling a dream. Selling a dream. Her own ex-girlfriend made it very clear she don't even like y'all. AKA, this is all for money. AKA, I know what I can do. I know what the women are vulnerable and what they will fall for. I'm gonna use it to my advantage and I'm gonna get y'all. And look what happened. She got her. She got her. She's out on a live stream for over 3 hours where she laid everything out about their relationship, and you know, she took accountability for allowing things to happen, ignoring certain things, and essentially, you know, got herself in a situation that it seemed to me that, you know, she couldn't get out. Hearing her go into detail about the relationship and just Princella as a person, that is what I want to talk about. Like, the person, right? Because these women will sit on these apps, online, on these big platforms, and go around and get paid to tell you a bunch of lies, right? This woman talks all about how women don't need men and men ain't this and men ain't that, and how dangerous men are, and how and just all of this. But yet you were doing some of the same thing that you talk about, if not worse. If not worse. So many people don't realize how much people will use your trauma to like, you know, like a fish. Like, you caught somebody, I know I got you, I'm gonna will you in my trauma. I'm gonna talk about how this was happening. I'm gonna talk about my essay. I'm gonna talk about if I was raped. I'm gonna talk about, you know, how my man did this to me. I'm gonna use what I know is going to work, especially on a Black woman. And again, I keep referencing, this is only trickling down to our young Black girls, that they are not even having the opportunity to even really have a opinion for themselves of what they want, because this is the rhetoric that is being pushed into their heads. They're 19 years old saying they don't need a man, they don't want a man, they, you know, I could be bad about myself. You're 19, sweetie. You're 19. But if that's all you hear, that's what you follow, right? So these women will use that, and that's what she did to B. Teller. She used her, you know, her pain, and, you know, just kind of just again, like grooming. I know what you're going through. I know, you know, you're vulnerable, and I'm a do what I want to do with you, right? Whether if it's in a sexual way or a monetary way. You know, people will use people for their own gain. And again, she took accountability to say that she saw things, she ignored things. So I give her credit for that. And this is not about beating her down or anything like that. It's just crazy that this stuff is really happening. Like, and not even crazy that it's happening. It's just like, this is scary. This is scary. This is so scary. So again, Princella is a woman who just, she finds every way possible, from the clips that I've saw, the videos that I've saw, to drag men. And one thing I want to emphasize, and I'm going to share another clip with you guys as well, is how she has always talked about how men are violent and aggressive and scary and all of that. But B. Teller, that woman made it very clear, from what I heard, very clear out of her mouth, that she was scared. She was scared of what she would do to her. Let me just play the clip. Let me play the clip so you guys can hear for yourself. And then let's come back.
When I tell you, Princella starts yelling at me at the top of her fucking lungs, and she started hitting shit and like hitting the curtains in the room, yelling, flinging her arms. I'm like, damn, is she about to hit me? Is she about to hit? So I'm sitting there on the bed like, why are you yelling? Like, I'm not even yelling at you. Like, can you just talk? No, because you trigger me. You trigger me. And like just yelling and just going off. Like, she has such horrible anger. And I'm like, if this was a man hitting shit as he's yelling at you, this would be very intimidating, to say the least. And I realized I fucked up. I was like, what have I got myself into? But when she fell out with Daryl, why would I want to go against somebody like that? Why would I be brave enough to speak out and tell my truth? I was scared to say what or walk away from her, but I did call a friend. And
so you guys heard the clip, right? That woman gave multiple references of how Princella yelled at her, was aggressive to her, scared her, made her feel like she didn't have a voice, she couldn't speak up, she was worried about what would happen if she said something. She's crying there in public. She even talked about just the inappropriate, like how she pushed just pornography, like very aggressive to get whatever I want type of demeanor. And again, how are you a woman who talks about how men are this and men are that and they're frightened, but you are a woman yourself who didn't care about how you made that woman feel, how you were aggressive, how she felt like you gonna hit her, you throwing stuff, you're doing exactly what you say men do to women. But again, this is how easy you can get caught up in this stuff, because these women will trauma bond like no other. Trauma bond. Again, she stated that clearly, that Priscilla knows that this is what women want, this is what they like. And that's not even, that's most of the people on this app. Women, black women, will coddle to you with your trauma. And when a woman like myself, who I try to find ways to not focus solely on trauma and use it as an excuse that we have to still be held accountable, I get dragged. I get told I don't care. I'm bashing. I'm a hater. I'm rage baiting. I'm a pick me. All because I'm not trying to let people stay in a victim mentality. I'm a hater. But again, look at this woman and many women like her that we don't know about as of yet. That this woman was aggressive, inappropriate, a predator, a terrible mother, based on what B. Teller described. Social media has a lot of people, I don't even know, on a whole nother planet. A whole nother planet just for fame, obviously money, like some gratification. A woman who sits around and tells women how they don't need nobody, should be by yourself, but you in a whole relationship. This woman said that she can't even be by herself. She need to be on the phone with her before she go to bed. She need to be on the phone with her. Like, your life is dedicated to needing someone, but yet you're advocating for women to not need a man, not to need anybody. So you get to be with somebody, but they got to be by themselves. How does that work? And that's the thing, ladies. I think that we cannot continue to let people use our trauma, our pain, for their benefit, for their gain. to pay their bills, because these women are coming up. These women are living very luxurious lives off of your trauma, your pain. They do not care. They don't care. They don't care. And unfortunately, B. Teller is, in my opinion, just one of many women who are going to fall into that same grooming and just deal with that. And again, my fear is the babies, the young girls who get caught up in that trap, who want the fame, who want the lifestyle, and they know that you can give it to them, and you can buy them in, and even just the whole, you know, sexuality thing. And maybe it's just such a messed up society that we are living in, that these women are using each other's pain for their gain. And this manipulation at its finest. It is pure manipulation. Pure manipulation. But again, when you are in that low place, when you are in that unhealed place, everything that somebody's saying to you that coddles, you know, whatever you're going through, it makes sense. It makes sense. Now, the one thing that I will say that I do not like about how this live stream happened is because B. Teller made it clear that, you know, she wasn't going to say anything, you know, but Princella kept talking about her, and, you know, it kind of was like I had to say my truth, which I get. But I feel like, is that really genuine? You know, like she said she cares so much about her daughter, and all those things I believe to be true. But my thing is, like, would you have spoken up if she didn't talk about you? Would you have really actually, you know, said something to protect other women from this woman? I don't think so. I think it would have kept going, and you would have been like, I'm out of it, cool. But I think if you really care, whether she said something about you or not, then that should have been, if you care about women the way that you say you do, you gotta let women know. Don't be fooled by her. Let people know. Do not be fooled by. She fooled me. I'm not gonna let her do that to nobody else. That would be when show me that you really do care. So that's my only, like, I don't know. I don't know. It's so heartbreaking because, as I said, the underestimation of social media by so many people, and this is something that I try to stress on my platform all the time, that social media is real. Like, I need us to stop with the social media is not real thing. Social media is very real. Very real. And not only, my thing is, not only is a woman like Princella grooming other girls, but what about her daughter? This is a woman raising a daughter. A daughter with disabilities, also according to the live that B. Teller shared. But you're raising a daughter. That's scary. That's scary. That is so scary. Allegedly, she's a married woman, still going through the process of divorce. I believe she said that she had a girlfriend before. She has a new girlfriend today, or knew someone today. Again, this woman telling y'all to be by yourselves. Y'all need nobody, but she got people. She has people, and wants women in her life to fulfill her. But she telling you to stay by yourself. You know why? Because if you get hip to game, you can't pay her bills. You can't pay her bills. If you get hip to the game, how you gonna pay her bills? And that's what I want you to realize. These women will tell you anything to get you to keep paying their bills. That Chanel bag that they carry, you bought it. That new car they driving, you bought it. The new bundles they got in their hair, you bought it. New pair of shoes, you bought it. These women are liars. And Princella, the Queenmaker, y'all, I swear these women were in my comments quoting her, telling me I need to, like, you need to watch her, because she actually cares about women. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? She cares about women because she coddles to keep you in a victim mentality. And I'm trying to tell you to rise up out of that. Yes, you've been through this stuff. Yes, that's your experience. But okay, let's do the work to heal. Heal. Be telling me many references that this woman has not healed. She need to do a lot of work. She made it clear that she is not right in the head. And y'all saw the clips that I've shared. That woman is not who she portrays to be. And again, if she's not that, you got to be very careful of, again, any woman who's trying to tell you to remove people out of your life. You don't need this person, you need that. Like, they are trying to convince you too hard to do something that they are probably not doing at all. These babies are being affected by this nonsense. We have to wake up, y'all. Black women, I love us to death, but we keep each other stuck. I don't know why we want to do that. I don't know what is our issue with that, but we have to stop. Why do we want to hold each other back? Why do we not want to see each other blossom and have healthy and happy families and love lives? Just because you don't have it doesn't mean that you should prey on the downfall of another woman. You shouldn't. So I'm gonna drop the link to the live stream in the description. You guys can go watch it. Let me know what your thoughts though. Let me know in the comments. Were you a worshiper of? And when I say worshiper, I really don't mean to say that to be like ignorant or like jokingly. Like, a lot of these people worship, like they put these people, that woman, on this pedestal. Nothing she can do is wrong. They put this woman on a pedestal, y'all. Seriously. So now I don't know what I'll be curious to see what happens now. Like, I'll be curious to see how the women will try to find a way to, you know, make excuses, because again, we can't hold women accountable. Black women cannot hold black women accountable. Like, God forbid you do that, right? God forbid you hold another black woman accountable. You're the enemy. You're the op. But y'all, you heard what the woman said in the beginning. She does not even like women, y'all. She likes them in the bed, but she don't really care about us like that. She ain't really for women empowerment. She don't care about that. Be mindful. Be mindful. So thank y'all for watching. I appreciate it. Be sure to subscribe, like this video, share it out, and comment, of course. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.